Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Financially Forever After. We are your hosts, Lindsey and
We're at the Moneymaker, Shunkwiler.
here to give you some relationship, love, friendship, anything pertaining to relationship advice, as well as
Financial tips. What's going on in the world today? What's happening in the financial world? And some tips on how to get better financially.
yeah, like it.
Let's do it.
So let's get rolling. 'Tis the season coming up.
For what?
Pumpkin spice.
Oh my gosh.
season. Pumpkin spice, baby. Bum, 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 bum,
So
bum,
our
bum.
youngest earlier was like, "Hey, Dad, can I have your phone? I want to play some music." Always Halloween music.
Is it Halloween?
Hocus Pocus. It was the most
Spooky,
recent-
spooky skeletons.
The Hocus Pocus 2 soundtrack and other
Yeah.
stuff. But I know that she's not
That's
paying attention.
great stuff.
So focused on her Hocus Pocus.
I love that it's like, it feels like earlier and earlier each year they're coming out with the pumpkin spice latte. It was like 90 degrees and people are like, I want my pumpkin spice latte. I'm like, hold up, that's a little bit too early.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about the leaves and like the candles and the ambiance, but yeah, it's still a little bit too warm right now.
Yeah.
I just hope we don't go from like 90 degrees to like negative.
I ain't going.
We sometimes don't have a fall. It's supposedly in the Midwest we're supposed to get 4 seasons, but it ain't always working like that.
Usually, yes.
But I had to laugh because a friend of ours, we were talking this weekend, we had volleyball games, seeing volleyball games, and she was like, someone put pumpkin on my porch. What does it mean? What is that? And she's like freaking out about it. I was like, it's just a pumpkin.
pumpkin.
She's like, does it mean I'm marked? Are they going to come kill me?
Who is that?
One of the guys is like, maybe it's like a swinger thing. I was like, a pumpkin? I just thought that was really funny. They were just freaking out.
That was like a white boulder or something.
I don't know. There's many different things. I don't know. To each their own. But yeah, I don't think a pumpkin is one of them. But I just thought it was hilarious. She was freaking out about this pumpkin. I was like, it's just a pumpkin. Calm down. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about the fall. I love the crisp weather. So what do you got going? What's new in your life?
No, nothing.
Like you've been globetrotting lately all over the place.
Mover and a shaker. I got to do
You
something
are.
sometimes.
You really are.
So there's this every time I'm at my Omaha office. We share with some attorneys or whatnot, but I go into the bathroom and on the, the very back of the toilet, you got the porcelain or whatnot.
Yeah.
It sits up.
Yeah.
So they got a can of Glade sitting in there,
Okay.
sitting on top of it. And I look at it every time and I just laugh
Why?
because on the very top, because I'm going there, got to take a leak or whatnot. And it says, no need to shake. Like every single time, they're talking about the Glade can, but I'm sitting there take a leak and I see it says, no need to shake every single time. And it just makes me smile.
Oh, that's not actually true because they literally said shake it like a Polaroid picture.
For the Glade?
No. King. What's the good Charlotte? Shake it once.
It's like 3 times.
Shake it.
Or something like that.
We're getting off the
We're
rails.
definitely talking relationship.
We're getting off the rails with this.
Oh,
Of
it's
course, you as a guy would think, dude, that doesn't
cracks
even
me
like,
up every time it says no need to shake it. I'm just like, why are you telling me this?
but you're like, but actually I do need to shake it according to good Charlotte. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's get into our relationship stuff today. Sticking with the kind of fun, quirky stuff. It's
Okay.
nothing too, I don't know, a serious topic today, but let's talk pop culture and relationship chaos. So we all have our well-loved couples of comedies or, shows we grew up watching that we knew and loved. But do we really, looking back, think that they had the best relationships or maybe they're a little bit toxic? So today's topic is they were on a break from sanity.
Insanity.
So we're going to talk about 8 couples today. These are well-known TV couples, and I'm going to name them, and I want you to name or tell me which show that they are from.
Okay, so it's a TV couple. It's not like a married couple in real life.
No, these are our made-up fictional couples.
Yeah.
These are all TV couples that they're pretty well-known.
I just seen the couple that, the Kidman and who was the...
Oh, Nicole Kidman, yeah.
And
No, these aren't, this isn't...
broke up. Like,
This is fake couples. Okay. So, first couple, I'll give you an easy one to start. Zach and Kelly.
That's Saved by the Bell.
Yes, very good.
They were never married, though.
They did get married on the show, yep.
Was it like college years or something?
A little past college years. There's a whole...
There's another show after the
No, it wasn't a show. It was just literally like a special. And they got married in Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah. So why were they toxic? There was cheating. If you remember the big scene where Kelly kissed her boss, cheated on Zach. There was manipulative behavior on mostly Zach's end, I would say. I always liked that he could say timeout and he would freeze the scene.
The show and then
and he'd move people or no, he'd put paper in their face. That'd be a pretty cool superpower to have. And they were very just on and off, on again, off again relationship.
That's true.
Second couple, about the same genre, a little bit after this couple, but Corey and Topanga. Do you remember the
Boy Meets World?
Mm-hmm. Same thing, cheating on Corey's end. He cheated on Topanga.
Why?
Dude,
good looking.
I was gonna say, I'm like, Kelly and Topanga, weren't those the it girls of the 90s?
Yeah,
the girls every guy wanted to date.
She was good looking.
So Topanga, and I don't remember this. Maybe I didn't watch this part of the episode, but she turns down Yale to stay with him.
I have no idea who that is.
Yale is a college, babe.
Oh. What? I thought she that guy named Yale. She's like, I'm not going with the Yale. I'm coming.
The Ivy League College of Yale
to stay with
him.
Corey.
Yeah, that's a little toxic if you ask me. And it's an Ivy League. Girl, go get your education. He's worth dating. He'll be there when you. I don't know about that one. Spike and Buffy.
Well, there's got to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right?
Yeah. Spike had issues, man.
I never knew the guy's name.
No, Angel was her original. He watched her, kind of a little bit stalking, but I think for the most part he was a good guy. Spike, not such a good guy. He was basically infatuated with her, to a point of scare. He created a Buffy doll.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. Okay. And then there was assault, physical assault, sexual assault. I'm that's just plain toxic right there.
Yep.
Here's a good one. We all know and love Ross and Rachel.
Oh, that's Friends. That's number one ever. Awesome.
Yeah. They were on a break. Insecurity, manipulation. Yeah. I mean, it always bothered me. They were on a break. He's like, we were on a break. But if you were truly in love with her that much, that sure didn't take you very long to find a girl to jump into bed with. Yeah. So that always bothered me about them. This is one you probably won't know. Carrie and Big.
And Big? That's that Sex in the City.
Yeah. I am impressed.
Win.
That's really good, babe. Yeah. That's just basically the textbook definition of girl. I don't think he's that into you. He played her. Yeah, he's just all around not such a great guy. This one's funny. Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Oh, geez. That's not the Sesame Street one. I don't know. It's a little
Muppets.
Yeah, there you go. Muppets.
Abuse, passive aggressive behavior. I mean, Miss Piggy was just rude to him.
She was just loud and annoying.
She's loud.
I couldn't deal with her.
She was too much in your face. No. Jack and Rose.
That's got to be that ship movie, the Titanic.
Yep.
I thought you said these were shows.
No, they were just, you're right. That's the only one. Carrie and Big turned into a movie too. And then last one is a movie as well. Edward and Bella.
So vampire one. I don't know. Vampire.
Twilight.
Twilight. There you go.
Codependency meets stalking meets sparkles.
It sparkles.
Remember he went in the sun and he was sparkly.
Oh yeah.
It's all diamonds. So there you go. There's some examples of some well-loved couples that we might have grown up with that we thought, wow, these are the it couples.
So what's the moral
They're
of the
a
story?
little bit toxic. That don't always trust what you're watching on TV and movies as a good, healthy relationship, because a lot of these people actually had some issues. So I gave you 8 couples. I want you to rate the toxicity on a scale of mild drama being 1 to full-blown Bravo reality TV drama being 10. So where would you rate, who would you, of the couples we just talked about, rate the most toxic? We're talking like level 10 here.
Well, some of that's hard to rate because I didn't watch the show.
True.
I just knew of it. Like
Yeah.
Big Guy and whatever.
Mr. Big, yeah.
You know, seen it on once or twice.
Yeah.
You told me where they were.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that I would know probably the best that I watched the most was like Saved by the Bell, but I would say Ross and Rachel, Friends, and the other one, that's the one that I watched the most. So I don't really know much.
Yeah, I would definitely vote Spike and Buffy based on, I mean, that was pretty toxic. I'd get that maybe a level 10. Carrie and Big, maybe a close second to that.
How come? Why was it so toxic?
Spike, like I said, I mean, he was infatuated with her. He manipulated her. He assaulted her. Like, you name it.
He assaulted. Did she still want to be with him?
Yeah, it was very toxic. It was like, I mean, she's a slayer and he's a vampire, and they like beat on each other. And
yeah. She slays vampires, so why didn't she?
Yeah, good, very good question. Because apparently she fell in love with it, then the show would end. I would say probably least of that list. I don't know. I feel like Zach and Kelly Corey Topanga, they're high schoolers. They're middle schoolers when they kind of started dating. And they're just like innocent. You're going to make mistakes when you're that young. Things are going to happen. So I'd say that was probably lower on the list of toxicity. So let's talk next about dating advice from movies that would get you dumped. So if you tried this in real life, people would think you're a little bit crazy. So I want you to think of all the movies or TV shows you've ever seen. What's the most absurd grand gesture that you've ever seen in a romantic movie that you're like, what in the, that would never work. That's ridiculous. Is there one that stands out to you?
I don't say it's ridiculous. It's just the most recent one that I've watched. That's the only one I can think of. One of my favorite movies, Anger Management.
Okay.
They're like, all right, we're gonna propose on the big screen at New York Yankees Stadium. I'm like, okay, that ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna get that other than in a movie.
No, that's true. I really don't like the kiss cams, and I don't like people proposing.
They ever do that, do they?
Yeah, they do that.
That's still a thing?
That's still a thing.
Oh.
And they do proposals on screen. I don't like that. I don't like people.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
You feel kind of forced into it then.
Some people love, like, their sports.
You would have to really be both on board with that.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, if, like, the girl was all into it, just say, Red Sox and the husband's in the Red Sox or whatever it is, and then that could be like super romantic.
And you'd have to like know she's going to say yes. If there's even an inkling that she might say no, I wouldn't do it in public. That's for darn sure.
She'll say yes and then
or get nervous.
This ain't happening.
I said yes to save face, but no, I don't want to. Okay, so that's a pretty good example. So I like this movie because it is like watching it growing up, you're like, that's really romantic. But now it's some of the things. Maybe not so much. Love Actually. Love Actually, that Christmas movie.
4 different.
Yeah, it takes place in England. But telling your best friend's wife you love her silently with cue cards on Christmas. Remember, he rings the doorbell. Keira Knightley answers. And he's like, tell him it's Christmas carolers. And he like has cue cards like, I love you. I'm going to try to not love you, but I'll love you from afar. She's like, oh, how romantic.
Oh,
that was a little over the top. 10 things I hate about you. Paying someone to date your sister. What could go wrong with that, right? That's
Yeah, that's
Of course,
never
she's
a
gonna
good
fall in love with you at the end.
That's
Why
never a good idea.
why wouldn't she think that that's a romantic gesture? Dirty Dancing, basically telling her she's a terrible dancer, she'll never be able to do well.
I carried a watermelon. That's
She's
like what
this
I remember.
young, naive girl. He's like, let me teach you how to dirty dance.
Oh my gosh.
But of course, that's one of my favorite movies. I didn't like this one because I'm not on board with this because I think it's very romantic. But The Notebook, when he gets out of the Ferris wheel and he's hanging there and he's like basically forcing her to go on a date with him where he's going to drop to his death.
Yeah.
That's maybe not the most romantic thing to do, but
I mean, I think that's pretty romantic. Like, if
I
you go on a
don't-
date or I'm gonna die. Like,
I don't really think that
It's kinda
manipulation and coercion probably isn't the best way to start a relationship. Just saying. So maybe don't
I
do.
don't think that happens in anything but a
I don't think so either. But that's what if you grow up watching movies like that, you think the ideal relationship might look like that. That's just not real life.
So what is real life? What is the moral of all these?
We're not there yet, babe. You're getting ahead of
Getting ahead of
yourself.
myself,
Our
okay.
last one is reality TV relationships. Love or lies?
reality well, it's reality.
Is it real love or just really good editing?
Who is it? Who are we talking?
Let's talk. The Bachelor, Bachelorette. You basically have 30 men or women, depending on if you're watching The Bachelor, Bachelorette, competing for one person. They're all making out with that one person,
Yeah.
going on dates with that one person. I don't really think that that's all that healthy. Plus,
Cool. Really?
I just like, this is my
Shocker.
boyfriend. He's dating 29 other women, but we're in love.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's hilarious when they go to meet their families. It's like, this is the man I want to marry. He's dating 4 other girls right now.
Just made out with 4 of them. Last
Yeah.
week, so
Yeah. Love is Blind. Have you seen this one with me where they're in those pods and they never actually meet until the day they propose?
that sounds ridiculous.
So the basis of the story is you fall in love with the person's like soul and who they are rather than appearance.
I mean, it all matters. So
I think so. I think goes along with it. Maybe not the only thing you should judge it on, but definitely you have to be
great.
attracted to someone. Yeah.
So, check out the personality on that.
I mean, sometimes it could grow to that, but yeah, I think there's got to be a little bit of a spark.
Yeah.
And then the last one for the ones I have for examples is Too Hot to Handle.
Too hot.
So you haven't watched it. They usually take them to, it's all these good looking young people with amazing bodies because of course that's all they do is they're like influencers. They work out.
Sure.
But the whole premise is abstinence is a bonding tool. So if you sleep with the person, you lose money for the whole group. So it's like, fall in love with this person, but don't sleep with them. It's just very, again, reality, good TV, but how much of it is actually truthful?
Not a lot, I would assume.
Exactly. So, yeah, so there you go. So the moral of all of this is don't always trust what you're seeing in the pop culture. Not everything you see in the movies or the TV or reading books or even online. So many things online can be manipulated to make it look, because honestly, you wake up with a bad hair day. Are you posting that? No, you're posting when you look amazing or, you know, you and your spouse are going on this amazing vacation. You're posting that stuff, not the argument that you just got into that morning. So it's not real life. Real relationships require effort. They require hard work. They require communication. So all those things that go along with it. So yeah, don't always base your relationships or your what your vision of a good relationship is on some of these characters because it's not always so truthful.
Well, even, we watched a couple. I'm not a big documentary guy, but you had me watch some documentaries here lately, and some of the stats that some of the people give, and they find out this is what the media portrays, and this is what the media is telling you, compared to like here's the actual stats, here's the reality, making some things completely 100% worse,
Right.
or seem 100% worse than what they actually are.
Exactly.
But that's all we hear, and that's what we want to be.
Yeah.
Well, I should say that's what they believe that we should be force fed to believing is true,
Absolutely.
and therefore causing more what's the word?
Discord.
Yeah, you could say discord, more, I don't know, battles amongst various different people
Oh, I see. Yeah.
because of some of the things that they're trying to portray in
Yeah.
the media on how something might be.
It's a
And really not
manipulation
that.
tactic.
Yeah.
They're changing the narrative to meet whatever they want you to believe. So yeah, it can be, the media can be very dangerous. So just go in there with, caution and knowing that nobody's perfect. Nobody's the way they're going to be in a movie. That's just not realistic. So yeah, go in there with an open mind and good luck out there. Good luck finding that true person that you can really grow and age with. So yeah, there you go.
Sounds good.
Relationship 101.
Relationship 101.
What do we got today for finance?
Okay, so last time we got together, we talked some financial first, and we're going to continue along that path and say, all right, we'll go into a little bit of stories or some questions for you, and then we'll go into the why or what you should do or what is important about it. So let's talk your first credit card that you ever had. Did you overspend? Did you make just the minimum payment? Did you think that I'm building up credit? Like what happened on your first credit card?
I mean, I was back when I thought I needed a lot of credit cards to bring up my credit score. So I would take out a Gap card or an Old Navy card or whatever I could get a discount at that store at the time.
Yeah. Whereas in theory, you want to do everything you can to pay it off as soon as possible and pay it off every single month. And if you want to get a credit card, you have to think, okay, well, what is the reason for this credit card? And do I get points or should I spend money differently because of this? Next one is, what about apartment lease? So have you ever rented an apartment before?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, back in college I did.
Okay. And then what made you say, hey, I'm going to rent compared to I am going to see if I can't buy a house? Or like, what was the reason?
I was still in college, so I didn't have the money for even getting a down payment for a home at the time. And it just made sense to lease. I had a roommate, so we were able to divide up the lease and live comfortably, but I didn't want to live at home anymore. So I wasn't gonna live at home, but I wanted to have independence, but I couldn't afford a house. So leasing was the next best option.
Yeah. And so if you can build up and say, hey, I want to, while you're in school, obviously having enough money to do anything other than rent an apartment is tough. But if you can get a couple different roommates and say, hey, I want to have 10, 15, 20K built up to get my first house. Then you say, all right, well, guess what? I built up a nest egg. And if you go to get that house while you're in college, you probably ain't going to get it because you don't have enough credit built up. You don't have enough equity. You don't have enough money, like 10, 15 grand. That's still not enough.
Right.
You really need a job.
Okay.
You got to have a job in order to get that house because any bank or any lender that you go to, they're going to say, all right, well, what's your income?
Right.
So you're like, all right, well, I want this $350,000 house and I'm a student and I make $20 an hour. Like, okay, good luck to you.
Yeah.
That ain't going to work out so well. So you need to get at least 10, 15, 20 grand at minimum built up before you get your first house and have a good paying job to where you consistently can save more money. I would even urge you to say, hey, can I get $60, $70, $80,000 built up because you're going to need a down payment. If you can get at least 20%, do you know what you avoid if you get at least 20%? On a new house. Oh, didn't know I'd ask you that question, did you?
Well, I know. I mean, it's something to do with, your interest rate, something with the interest rates, if you're able to hit that.
I mean, it could help you in regards to interest rate, but no, that's not what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So it's called PMI.
Oh.
It's called property mortgage.
No, it's PMI.
PMI, yeah.
Okay.
So
not to be confused with PMS.
We don't ever confuse that one.
This is a good thing.
We don't ever confuse that. And we know when it's coming. Trust me. You will know. So property mortgage, yeah, if you can have at least 20% down in regards to the house. So you say, hey, I got a $300,000 house. You can put 60 grand down. Then you avoid property mortgage insurance on that, which will save you probably $150 a
Yeah.
month in regards to just something that is really money going out the door. Like it might get used, but for the most part, it ain't going to get used, and you're just kind of paying excess money that you don't need to. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Oh, that one's kind of boring one. We're going to say, let's fast forward rather than the end of or the start of something. Let's go to the end of something.
Okay.
So say you get to the end of a career.
Okay.
Okay. Few people stay at a job for more than, 5 to 10 years anymore. So there's some people that make it 40 years, right? And they retire after 40 years working at one job. And you have to think, all right, at the end of these 40 years, like, what's going to make me happy? And having financial freedom is a big one. So how much money do you think that you actually need to have financial freedom in retirement?
I feel like you've asked me this before. I always get it wrong. Basically, maybe whatever you were making times 2.
Nope.
The fact that you've asked me this before and I still don't remember the answer.
This is why we come back to it.
I know.
Because the same thing.
I feel like this is how it was in school too. They'd be like, "We just talked about this."
Sometimes you hear it even a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and you go, "Oh, I forget what I ate for lunch yesterday."
That is so true.
A week or 2 ago.
You're right.
So, what you need to have in retirement, the answer is to be financially secure. It really is. It depends. So you could technically be right, but the odds of that being right is probably not
So
good.
you didn't say there was an all of the above choice. That's not fair.
So let's just say at the end of your career, you were making, I'll give kind of your scenario. You're making $200,000 at the end of your career.
Okay.
And you say, all right, well, I'm used to a $200,000 standard of living.
Yeah.
All I need is $400,000 and I'll be fine in retirement. Probably not true.
No.
Probably not true as you look at it, unless you have like a gigantic pension that's going to happen that next year.
What if you have that doesn't include assets, does it?
Well, that's what I was talking about. How much assets do you need to have? And you said roughly double.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But isn't that just considered a retirement fund? That doesn't include, or do you include if you have money in stock?
Yeah,
you wrap all that into your retirement?
Yep, all that could be retirement. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs, IRAs, annuities, mutual fund, all that stuff. So if you think about it, you say, okay, well, if I was making $200,000, or we as a couple were making $200,000 right before we retire, how much do we really need? Well, it depends. Are you living all off of that $200,000, or if you made $200,000, are you really putting away like $120,000 and living off of maybe $40,000 to $50,000 because of taxes? You don't get the whole amount. And if you're living off 40, 50 grand, maybe you might be fine. If you're getting Social Security or getting pensions to go along with that, maybe that 400,000 might be perfectly fine. But most people aren't getting those large pensions. So when you think heading into retirement, all right, well, how much do I need? You say, how long do you plan on living? All right, well, I might, if I retire at 65 and I make it to age 80, and I'm used to living off of 200,000, well, what's 200,000 times 20? I mean, that's roughly what you might need. So, I really need $4 million. You potentially need $4 million. Now, you really don't, because you will get Social Security, and hopefully that will increase. Now, granted, come 2033, you know what's going to happen in 2033? Any idea?
No.
So right now, and
hopefully not the apocalypse.
Hopefully not a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. I'm not prepared. I don't have my bunker ready yet.
But once we get to 2033, Social Security is supposed to, at least as of right now, supposed to drop down to about 75 cents on the dollar. So if you're getting $1,000 a month, you're now only going to get about $750 a month. Now, granted, federal government, Congress, they can step in and they can change the rules at any point in time. But as of the current tax laws and as of the current tax rules, you're not going to have as much in regards to Social Security at that point in time as what you're getting right now. If you're, in retirement and receiving Social Security, you should only expect about 75 cents on the dollars, which means the rest of our assets are going to have to be enough to create the income that you need. Not only income, but inflation. How much inflation should we plan for every year? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
what, 12, 14%? Sound good?
Probably more than that, isn't
No, it's not. No.
5%?
So even when inflation was, rampant the last few years, really till like recently, it's going up 5-ish, 6%
Okay.
ish.
That's like
over the last
rapid.
30 years, you're talking like 3.5,
Oh,
maybe 4,
okay.
3 to 4%. Something
Why
like
does
that.
everything seem so much more expensive
The
than
last,
that?
really the last 5, it's probably even close somewhere to 5 to 6%.
I know. I
per
just feel
year.
like everything is so expensive anymore.
Yep. But you definitely need to plan for inflation, because a lot of people, as they get to retirement, like, I'm going to be perfectly fine. And you are for year 1, year 2, year 3. But we're really thinking out 10 years. We're thinking out 20 years, because really at about a 3.5% inflation, everything doubles roughly every 20 years. So we say, hey, if I'm spending $8,000 a month right now, you mean to tell me that I'm going to need double that here in 20? Yeah. So does your accounts, does your retirement accounts, does your overall income plan account for that? And a lot of times it doesn't. So we want to make sure we're building in your retirement plan inflation component in there to make sure you're perfectly fine.
Well, good. That's good information. What if people have questions about inflation or their retirement or other questions pertaining to their financial freedom?
Go. You can go to our website. You could ask a question in regards to relationship topics or financial topics, but you could go to the website financiallyforeverafter.com. Ask a question, leave a comment there, and you can also apply for a 15-minute consultation with me or one of my advisors to help get your questions answered.
Yep. Make sure you're also following us on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. We're also on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We are on Facebook. So make sure you comment on those areas as well. We'll be happy to answer and respond to those comments and questions, and maybe throw in some stuff for future episodes there as well. So thank you again for joining us on another episode of Financially Forever After, a Love and Money podcast.
Securities offered through Great Point Capital, LLC, member SIPC. Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Acadia Life Insurance. Shunkwiler Financial is an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through AE Wealth Management, LLC, acronym AEWM, a registered investment advisor. AEWM does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Acadia Life Insurance are not subject to investment advisor requirements. AEWM and Acadia Life Insurance are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This podcast show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual situation. Shunkwiler Financial is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein, provided by third parties, have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Shunkwiler Financial.